Well, I'm on my way home. I did make a Facebook Live about this. You guys are getting it a little late. If you go on my Facebook page, obviously I try to talk about what went on after a race, especially like this, our first big race of the year. And it's obviously immediate. It hits Facebook. But you're a client, and obviously I want to talk to you about what went on. I told you last week that I thought that West 52nd and Yes were coming into the race good. I thought they were both sitting on a big mile, and they both went a big mile today. West 52nd raced his heart out and raced great, and Yes was closing like a freight train. I don't know why Josh was so far back with him. My God, I hate this thing. I don't know why. Come on now, phone. I don't know why Josh was so far back with him. Getting into last turn, I didn't get a chance to talk to him. I'm sure he had his reason, but you know, I went out of there with him with every intention, and I knew that Burke's horse was coming out of there with me, and I was going to have to let him go in the first turn, and then all of a sudden he disappeared. So I thought he made a break, to be honest. Why wouldn't he keep coming? I would have had to let him go. But he left me alone, and I really walked them up to the quarter in 29 flat, which is really, the wind was at our back. If you looked at the third quarter, you know what I'm talking about. I walked them over there. I'm getting in front of the grandstand. I look up at the TV, and here comes the horse again. So now I've been left alone for 3/8 of a mile with a horse that I thought was coming in razor sharp, and I didn't really think I was getting a stiff challenge from that colt on the outside of me coming to the half. So I give it to him. You know, I sat up. We went 57-4. Most of that was the latter part of that second quarter. So I knew we were trotting. And West 52nd was going right with him, and he wasn't giving an inch. We went 125-2, 27-3 down the backstretch. And I looked over, and I looked quick, and I saw the 1 coming, and I thought it was Yes. I thought it was the 7. And I said, oh, we're going to win. I mean, put yourself in my position. We have another horse in the race who's a stone-cold closer. I got a chance to take one of Burke's pieces off the chessboard, so to speak, and I thought my horse was sitting on a big enough race where I wasn't too concerned. I know Whittyville and Dylan the Great are great horses, and they made lots of money last year. I don't think they're better horses than our horses, and I didn't give him the respect maybe that he deserved, but at the same time, I was given a good portion of the race, and I thought it was enough that West 52nd could maybe go the distance. In the last turn, I knew we were starting to slow down, but I had just taken one of the best horses out of the race, and I knew the other one was coming. I'm like second, third. I knew the guy in behind me was not getting through the inside of me. I shut him off halfway down the lane, and he's still going to beat me for third. And then Yes was coming also. Overall, I think it was a good outing, a good effort. As I said to Mark Weaver, who owns the horse I parked, on Facebook, you know, he's a friend, but at the same time, he knows how it goes. And I said, you know, I thought the race was mine to win or lose, and I lost. You know, obviously, hindsight is not my friend today, but I can tell you what would have happened. I cut Burke's horse loose. His other horse comes. He cuts him loose. Now I'm sitting third behind 2 horses. I can't beat at that point. I'm not going to be able to trot them, and I'm putting our other colt, Yes, in a bad position because he's got to come from off the pace and beat 2 horses that he might not be able to beat. You know, I rolled the dice going to war, and I beat the horse we parked. He beat him, but I couldn't hang on to beat the other one. So our other guy, Yes, beat me at the wire for 4th and nose at the wire. Brett Miller followed up with Burks. They finished 1-2, and then Kane Coffin slid through the middle and beat me for 3rd. You know, West 52nd and Yes trotted. That's how nice the people are in Ohio. So I'm literally pulled over on the driveway in Miami Valley, and I see, you know where I see people do that? PEI, where I'm from. You know, you're pulled over with your 4-way flashers on. People are going by and they're stopping, saying, "Are you okay?" Yeah, just nice people. Yeah, this is why I love coming here, because it makes me feel like home. Anyway. The horses raced good. I thought everything worked out well. You know, if you set that race up to play 100 times, put me, and I think most anybody in the position I was put in, going by the 3/8, I think they do the same thing. If they don't, 1, they don't believe in the horse they're sitting behind, or 2, they're lying to you. I believed in West 52nd today, and he didn't let me down. He raced great. I thought Yes raced great. I thought they both raced good, and I think just like last year in Ohio, we have some of the best Ohio-bred trotting colts in the state, which is awesome. We got some nice horses training down. You guys got to look at yours if you want it. Globe Trotting, even Overdue Mission might have made a break, but you can clearly see she's talented. I'm missing a couple of good fillies and colts. I hate when I do this. I always put myself in the spot. Spend That Money, obviously a filly, and Rose Valiant. There's some of them there. We're going to have a good year in Ohio. I think, again, we're going to have a good year with these 3-year-olds just starting up, and I couldn't be happier with what I saw today. Obviously, I wanted to throw you a 1-2. That would have been great, but the horses race good, and I am leaving now to go back to Ontario where it's freezing cold. So, not the start we wanted, but certainly not a bad start. West 52nd showed that he's no baby. He's out here to fight. Yes was closing like a freight train, and by all accounts, Oso Pine's back on his feet, starting to pick up weight already, out in the field eating grass, and sharp as attack. So we, again, are going to have a good run at the 3-year-old season. Soon will be the 2-year-olds here also. So looking to have another great year in Ohio. I hope you guys aren't upset. I'm not upset. You know, if things don't work out, and you just couldn't have done it any other way, that's just the way it is. We'll dwell on things we can change, not things we can't. Back to Ontario, back to training, back to getting the babies ready. Talk to you guys soon.